just realised?
Yeah, good, thanks.
No, good chat.
What did you just realise, Sam?
I'm not wearing underwear.
Are you actually not?
No.
Please don't fart. I don't trust you. Like, those pants look canvas as fuck. Are they Dickies or are they
They're like Dickies material, but they're Element.
Element? Oh, for your skate vibes.
Do a kickflip.
Well, after last week's skate extravaganza, well, last
just
week
there.
it's just there. Not last week's probably not the right word.
I'm going for it.
He's going
Hold
for
the fort.
Turn it up, Gorilla Radio. Oh, don't throw it on again.
What did I say? Let's go, fellas.
You've got a bigger hat on this week too.
I do have a bigger hat on.
You know, you've got an odd-shaped head. I've got to say this. Like, you've got a big nog.
You can get fucked, mate.
You've got a big nog, but it's not like a huge nog. Like it's proportional, so it doesn't look big.
I thought.
But I've tried on your hats.
Oh.
I've tried on a hat that you wear, and I was like, "Fuck, I've got room to move in here."
Do you want to try this on?
The helmet.
No, this.
How's your life situation?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, bit of room to move. I won't lie. Like there's.
It's a big scone.
Yeah, you got a dome on you.
Thank you. Well,
Or maybe I've just got a small head. I don't know.
it's a pleasure to be here anyway.
Got a little pinhead. How are you, Sam?
I'm well. We were talking off it. There's a bit of. At least there's a bit of movement.
That's
there.
why I need to have the hat on.
I feel. Oh, I can't say that. This is very addictive.
I'm just going to move this slightly closer for you.
No worries. There's a bit of room for movement, isn't there?
there's a fair bit of room for movement.
This is when you think someone's a tosser and got a big head.
Yeah.
This is what they look like. Well, actually, back in my real estate days, we sold it for 1.4.
Those people do need to wear helmets. For
Because I'm gonna anyway.
Yeah.
Just
Let's
a
not
quick-
use slurs on this podcast, eh?
No, real estate agents are people too.
Sometimes. You ever looked at a guy you went to school with who became a real estate agent and gone, man, I wish I kept up with them?
No. You know what the best thing to hear from a real estate agent is?
What's that?
Congratulations, you set the building record.
Yeah. That's when you know you've paid the right price.
That's when you know. You walk around with a wobbly head though. People park in the visitors parks. I'm just going to park them in.
You got to extricate your iPhone 13 Pro Max from the skinniest, tightest chino that's known to man.
Yeah.
Hello, Taro Cash Central.
You've confused me. I don't shop at Roger David. Anyway, we were talking off air.
We do that
Pokemon
sometimes.
versus Digimon theme songs.
Yeah. Oh. There's a clear winner.
And it's not even a conversation. It's
No.
not even a discussion.
Absolutely not.
Because Digimon is so far above Pokemon theme song.
Unbelievable. Like, next level.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think Digimon, the only other one I can think of that it's rivaled by is Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, it's pretty good.
It is.
Your move.
I remember, you know when you'd have like the Windows visualizer?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had, for some reason, when I was like 8, 4 Yu-Gi-Oh! Songs.
Oh, is there 4 Yu-Gi-Oh! songs? Or is
I
it the
don't
same
know.
song 4 times?
I've only ever heard one. I don't know where the other 3 came from, but they were sung by like characters and stuff. Don't ask me where it came from. I think it was like a disc in a cereal
Sick.
box.
Oh, probably like a Nutrigrain.
Or like a K-Zone magazine. But it was sick. I just sit there as an 8-year-old watching the visualizers like this.
And that's why he's good at maths today.
Maths. I'm gonna.
While we're on the topic of Digimon, before we get into the rest of the pod,
The goated
goated with the
digital
sauce.
cartoon monster TV
Thank you.
show.
Yes, yeah. I want to run by you the Digimon movie soundtrack.
Oh,
It is incredible.
so can we just say,
Yeah.
I have a playlist on my phone called All Time. No, my all-time favorite songs.
No, I got that. That makes sense.
But I shit you not.
Show the audience.
I've got to
that's
show
awesome.
you. I shit you not.
For listeners at home, that is the Digimon movie.
Catch the focus, you fuck.
That is the Digimon movie poster.
It's the Digimon movie soundtrack CD artwork. Thank you.
Awesome.
Because it is a goated soundtrack.
It's so good.
If I ever find that on vinyl,
I
will pay a ridiculous amount of money for that. So
You heard it here first.
vinyl shops in Australia, I'll fly to Japan. I'll fly to the... No, I probably won't fly that far. If there are any vinyl shops in Australia with the Digimon movie vinyl...
There is a Reddit thread. There's a Reddit thread from 8 years ago that is petitioning to get the Digimon movie soundtrack pressed on vinyl.
So it hasn't happened.
Well, hang on. I'm just looking. Yeah, no, it hasn't.
It'll probably cost like $400.
You can buy this CD for $99 on Amazon.
Oh.
But let's tell the listeners what they're missing out on by not seeing.
No, I agree. Because, I mean, can we just say it's a great movie too?
Oh, it's a belter. It's also so like 4 movies in one.
Oh, yeah. It's got stages.
Yeah.
And everyone's just hanging on for that last scene where they're somehow in the internet.
Yeah, they're in the internet. The solution... Spoilers for the Digimon movie came out in 2000.
If you're hanging on, just mute it for a little bit.
Skip forward maybe 2 minutes.
But I don't think many people are worried if they're going to miss the
bad Digimon has been infected by a computer virus, OBS. It gets into the Pentagon and launches nuclear missiles at Earth, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, at Tokyo and at Washington.
Yep.
And then they go... The humans go into the internet where the Digimon are. The
Into the internet.
Ogumon and Greymon fucking fuse or some shit. No, that's the same Digimon.
No, they come together. Oh, no, they go like metal versions.
Yeah, and then they fuse into one, like, dude, but he's still too slow, Sam.
I know, but then they're dying, and then the kids go through the screen and
Yeah.
they're like comforting them.
But do you remember how they solved, because the fused Digimon is still too slow to catch the like virus Digimon.
Yeah,
they forward him all the emails, and the emails catching up to him slows him down enough that they kill him.
How good is technology?
The power of email, Sam.
The power of Gmail.
But these are some of the we've done. We've done 6 minutes already on the Digimon movie.
This is by far the best start we have ever had to a podcast.
These are highlights of the Digimon movie soundtrack, music for the motion picture. Starts out with a cover of Kids in America by the band Len, otherwise entirely only famous for Steal My Sunshine.
I think it was... Is it Angela Anaconda?
Yes.
There was an intro in the movie, and it was like a little scene where she's in a movie theater with like Johnny
and the
other ones. Ninny Poo, yeah.
And continue.
So they're in the movie theater, and then they all of a sudden cut. Kids in America comes on, Digimon movie.
Well, Angela Anaconda and co are going to the Digimon movie. That's the scene.
It's so good.
It's so good. So you've got...
When I was 10. Oh. Not even that. Probably when I was like 6.
You would have been 3 when this movie came out. Not 6. To dox you.
No, that's okay.
So you got Kids in America covered by Len. You got All Star Smash Mouth.
Yeah. Before Shrek even did
Before Shrek. The Rockefeller Skank by Fatboy Slim.
Yeah.
Huge.
1 week, Bare Naked Ladies.
Which is such a belter, hey?
It is. It's underrated.
It's the pinnacle of white man rap.
It is.
Eminem, sit down. The impression that I get by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah, look, I haven't really heard that since the movie.
Holds up, though.
Yeah, there's a few others in there that I don't... Digi-Rap.
Yeah, but...
I want to know what that is.
All My Best Friends Are Metalheads by Less Than Jake.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
It's a star-studded playlist.
Oh.
Or soundtrack. Sorry.
It's enough to just get you, like... It's enough to make you warp Digivolve, Sam.
Digivolve 2! Metal Garuruma. Between that and talking about Dragon Force last week, we're off to a very nerdy start.
I think we're pivoting our podcast. People might have accidentally thought that we were cool at some point, but...
I swear we haven't lost our virginity yet. And you know what? I reckon our guests this week fuck with that soundtrack so hard.
I reckon you might be right.
So stay tuned. We've got the Pop-Punk boys between you and me on, off the back of their brand new EP, Shit Yeah.
Yep.
And fucking tell you what.
It's got a bit of slap to it, does it?
Well, I was joined by Jake, who was in the toilet. So stay tuned for that.
Forward sell, Sam.
But Jake, if you're listening, all the Between You and Me boys, shout out. And let us know if you listen to the Digimon soundtrack.
Give us out of 10, give us a Digimon the movie soundtrack review.
Oh, you wait. I'm going to find it on vinyl. I'm going to press my own vinyl. Anyway.
We've opened strong, Sam.
We've opened strong, and now we're on to something new.
Well, we've got something old, something new, Sam. I've been listening to an album that I know that you're going to be obsessed with to review this week.
You've been listening to a lot of the Wombats, have you?
Well, similar vibe. Vampire Weekend, Sam. They released a new album, Only God Was Above Us. And I knew you'd love that album. I don't hate it. It's pretty good.
I'm done.
For anyone who doesn't know Sam or has never listened to us before, Sam
I fucking hate the Vampire Weekend.
irrationally hates Vampire Weekend. And I don't know why.
They play their guitars up under their chins.
It was the time.
Me and your cousins and you and your cousins.
Yeah. To be fair, that's how I describe both of our friend groups.
I think there's some... Anyway. Let's get through Vampire Weekend.
So only God Was Above Us. Compared to a lot of their older albums.
Bit arrogant of
Very
album
arrogant
title, isn't it?
Very arrogant from Ezra.
Very Vampire Weekend.
Very.
Isn't it?
There's no... I wouldn't say there's like... I've listened to it a couple times. I wouldn't say there's like a standout track yet.
Because there's none of them.
But all throughout... I'm going to make you listen to it one time. All throughout the record... I enjoyed I enjoyed listening. There was no point when I was like, I don't want to listen to this, which is, I'm sure you do the same. And but there just wasn't a time when I was like, this is the track.
That's
so
nice.
I want to give it a 3.5 stars
out of 15, which is what it deserves. Well, that's good.
What's new with you, Sam?
Thank you for ruining the podcast. I've been listening to a bit of everything.
Oh yeah,
left, right, and placenta.
Yeah. Everything, or just everything?
No, just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, nice.
I discovered, I'm a bit late to the party, but the Beaches.
Oh, yep.
Very
Blame
cool.
Brett.
Blame Brett. That's such a sick song.
Banger.
Yeah. I discovered it popped up on my Instagram, and the very beginning, that hook.
Yeah.
Is so cool.
It is. It is what you want from like indie punk.
Oh, it's everything I want indie music to be.
Yeah.
That it's not. Like. This is what the scene should be, and the scene... Anyway. Fucking Vampire Weekend. Oh, no! I've pulled out something.
He's had a mare there. Are you still... No, you're still recording.
I'm still good. Lot in the Heavy World dropped. Alpha Wolf dropped a new album. Era dropped a new album. Knocked Loose dropped a new single.
Right.
Alpha Wolf's new album's hefty.
Yep.
Would highly recommend.
Thick.
Tick. Knocked Loose's new stuff. It's just Knocked Loose.
Yep.
It's like a dog yelling at you.
Mm.
So it's good in a yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
Friends of the show.
Friends of the show. Well, one of them. And then Lizzie McAlpine.
Oh yeah.
Dropped a new album.
Heavy stuff.
It's so heavy.
Yeah.
Wanted to Love It.
Oh. Trouble in Paradise, Sam.
Trouble in Paradise. I do love Lizzie. Wanted to Love It.
Yeah. Hasn't grabbed you
so far. It hasn't grabbed me.
All right. Is it an album that you want to give a couple of goes to before
I'll have to give it a couple of goes. Okay. You know, I think when you're a long-time listener...
Yeah, long-time, first time.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah.
You just got to give it a couple of listens.
Yeah.
So I've given it 2, and I'm going to give it 1 more before I make my final decision. But we're fucking thin ice.
Elizabeth?
Liz, if you're listening...
Is that it?
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Do you like Digimon too?
I heard you're just coming to Australia. We'd love to have a chat.
Elizabeth Catherine McAlpine.
Well, I've been pronouncing her name wrong for the last 2 years.
What do you say, McAlpine?
McAlpine.
You could be right. I don't know.
Whoa.
Oh, well. You sound like Wario then.
Fucking Vampire Weekend. And we got recommended a song on our TikTok, a band called Lamphead. Lamphead.
Yeah. But not lamp feed.
No, lamp as in a light.
Yeah.
And then you put it on your head.
Yeah, but like LAMPHEAD.
Yeah, Lamphead.
Could be a lamp feed, yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
But
well, it's EAD.
Right.
Yeah, not heed. Anyway, I have been loving their song Send Help UFO.
Oh, yeah.
It's very environmentally strong.
Vibe?
It's like indie rock.
Okay.
Like Aussie indie rock.
Okay, nice.
It's good.
All right. Well, shout out to Lamphead or Lampfeed.
Lampfeed.
You tell us.
But yeah, very very strong on the climate. I get the vibe.
Great.
No worries.
Speaking of Digimon, Sam.
Yes.
Going back.
Digivolve 2.
I can't take it seriously now. Because you could do if you were at a costume party, you could do like a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the spiky hair
yeah.
and the glasses.
Or a mat. Like I could see you in like the green vest with like the gloves. Yeah. Yeah. I could do a Mimi.
Oh yeah, she had the boxing one. The boxing cactus, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I know them all, based on
on the Digimon.
The Digimon.
Yeah. What was the coolest Digimon out of that group?
I think it was Matt.
Matt. He
had the wolfy one.
Yeah, he did have the wolf one. I thought the guy, the one that was like it was like a seal or like a walrus, and it had like the big hammer. That thing fucking was sick.
And one of them was an insect, and then turned into like a giant cockroach.
Yeah, that thing was also pretty dope.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, Digimon fucking slaps.
Digimon really does fucking slap.
If anyone's listening, just get me anything Digimon related, and I'll frame it. You reckon my girlfriend will like a framed Digimon print on the wall?
I think she may listen to this podcast and go, "What have I got myself into?"
You're making the assumption she listens to the podcast.
That's a good point, actually. You're safe.
Both
of us are safe.
We could be... This could be like Breaking Bad. We could be selling drugs
Absolutely
on our podcast, and neither of our girlfriends would know.
We could be just slagging them off, and we'd just be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be a dating...
Yeah,
podcast.
we're both here to...
And no one would know.
Or, like in the 80s, how they did like auditions on like VHS tapes. And they'd be like, hey, my name's Max, and I like long walks on the beach, and I don't smoke. We should just do one of those and see how long our girlfriends are like. Have you guys been auditioning for other girlfriends?
I'm going to cue the music here. Hey, my name's Sam. I have social awkwardness, and I really enjoy Digimon. Looking forward to meeting you. You can call me anytime.
That was beautiful.
Thanks.
I think that can go well with my ad for the Red Cross I did last week. Are you practicing?
I couldn't find it. I looked so hard. To be fair, I was like...
I'll cut it for you.
You cut it for me.
Yep.
You just tell me the time codes.
Yeah.
Because I was just skimming. And I was like, I could probably watch the whole podcast, but I won't. And I just skimmed.
Yeah. I'll find it for you. I'll send it over. Blood.
Shout out the Bloods.
Evolutions, Sam.
Evolutions.
So, this is an idea, I think... I don't know. I might have stolen off TikTok. I don't know. But here we are. I would never do that. But here we are, Sam. I was thinking, an artist or an album or something, a song, if you will, that's like quite accessible that a lot of people know. If you like follow that to the next step of like going in a direction towards something less accessible, what does that look like? How do you go to something that's like the most refined form of whatever that is? So if you start with like Frank Sinatra, how do you go to like the most jazz? You know what I mean? Something like that.
Probably buy
that was a bad example.
Probably buy a saxophone.
That's true.
See, I've taken it from my own experience.
Yeah.
So I've brought a little bit of a different angle to the table, which is,
please,
it shows we don't do our show notes.
Yeah.
So I've taken the music I listen to now and then backtracked it to where it started.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So I have a theory that your music taste, whether you think so or not, is heavily influenced by the music your parents listened to when you were growing up.
Yep.
So with that, I've got two.
Barbara Streisand.
My mum loves Barbara.
Who doesn't?
Me.
Well, you've never listened to Yentl.
That's the sort of joke we always make in the house.
Oh, well, sorry.
Mum? Mum.
If you could edit that in, that'd be great.
So I've got two. I've got my dad's side and my mum's side.
Yeah.
So my dad
started
off when he was my age, big Crosby, Stills and Nash. Crosby, Stills and Nash fan.
Not Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young?
Well, I'm going to start that again because
I
fucked it up and it's going to ruin the social.
Okay.
So
your dad.
So I start with my dad.
Yeah.
Big Crosby, Stills and Nash fan, and obviously Neil Young.
Yeah.
And then that also became Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah.
So it was sort of like guitar-driven rock. Early 2000s, I'm around.
Yeah.
Still in nappies.
Watching Digimon the movie.
Watching Digimon. Linkin Park. He was a big fan of Numb by Linkin Park.
Oh, sick.
Great song.
Yeah.
So growing up, always had Linkin Park around.
Mm-hmm.
As I got a little bit older, got into the heavier side of Linkin Park. That then goes into Amity Affliction because you like the heaviness with the cleans.
Yep.
From there, you find bands like Northlane, who at the time didn't have cleans.
Yeah, it was just heavy.
It's just heft, but you like the guitars.
Yep.
And then that shifts. So from there, you get like Alpha Wolf, who are super heavy.
Yep.
Or Throne, who are crazy out of Sweden.
Yep.
And then if that doesn't do it for you, you can go even heavier.
Yeah.
That's where you go into like Die Art is Murder, Justice for the Damned,
Meshuggah.
Virtues, Meshuggah. So I didn't come from I listen to heavy music, but I didn't come from a Metallica, Iron Maiden background, which is where most people start. I started in like the Linkin Park, Lenny Kravitz actually.
Ooh, I do love a bit of Lenny.
Yeah.
But
my first CD was Greatest Hits by Lenny Kravitz.
I feel like Lenny, like he's founded in rock, but Lenny wrote a lot of like real like pop stuff.
Yeah, his big songs were rock, but his deep cuts are all sort of like.
But also like stuff that he wrote for other people. I'm gonna let you continue, but I remember there's maybe a Madonna song or something like that that's really like he wrote for someone else. It's probably not Madonna now that I say it, but that was very poppy.
Well, there you go. But that sums up the rock and heavy side of my taste and where it's come from a rock background. Because Nickelback were big in that early 2000s. People give them shit now, but at the time, they slapped. I was going to swear again.
They flapped.
They flapped.
I feel that.
They flopped.
With a quick view, I can't find the song I was looking for. But I do remember that he was in Austin Powers' Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yeah, and he was in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Was he'd formerly been in there, or was
he
it?
Was
No,
the fashion style.
That's what he was. Yeah, he was also in Zoolander. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He's got a big dong.
Yeah, he does actually. Explosively big dong. I think it erupts out.
Well, it certainly breaks the thread.
Speaking of broken threads, Sam, let's pick up the one that we had before. I think...
Pleased with that one, were you?
Yeah, thank you. Everyone loves Blink 182, right?
I knew you were going to go down a pop-punk element.
Yeah, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go artists that are still within the Blink 182 expanded universe.
Yep.
You know, the Blink 180 MCU, the Blink...
Blink 180 CU. Well,
yeah.
18...
CU.
1 CU.
The 18U.
The 18U. 1 CU.
Well, yeah, either of those works.
Well, it'd be 1MU, Musical Universe.
Yeah, Blink 1MU.
Fuck, this is a nerdy episode.
Fucking oath it is. This is pretty bad info.
I don't think I've watched a Marvel movie since like...
The last one that came out?
The Avengers one. Where they were all in it or something.
I love how you're pretending not to know. You know, the Avengers and they're all in it. There's Iron Man and there's Captain America. The Hulk. I love it when he's the Green Hulk. Anyway.
That green what's his name? The green fella.
You know, he's quite hulking.
Yeah, he's a hulking man. They should call him Cranky.
But okay, so other bands in the Blink CU, if you will, Blink 1 CU.
Yeah.
I think the first and most obvious way to go if you love Blink and you want to take the next step, Angels and Airwaves.
Well, naturally,
it's everything that Blink is now. You know, you get a little taste of that in especially I Empire by Angels and Airwaves, one of the all-time great albums. So good.
Yep.
You know, you've got Secret Crowds, Call to Arms, all those kind of bangers that just smash. Great stuff.
Bend you over and smash.
Exactly. And then if you want to go another step and still down the Tom DeLonge line, say.
I thought you were going to say plus 44.
Well, no, I'm not calling England, Sam. I'm going for a Boxcar Racer.
Oh, yep.
Which was Travis and Tom.
Yeah.
And the one that everyone knows, well, not everyone, but the one that a lot of people know from Boxcar Racer is There Is. But that album actually is pretty solid all round, to be honest.
There you go.
It's certainly, it's not going to be what you expect from Blink 182, but it's
in the CU, the MU.
It's in the Blink 182 CU.
Would you throw in, say, a Sum 41? Or are they a little bit heavier?
Well, I'd say they're not in the Blink CU because they're not. We're not sharing members, you know.
Oh, true.
But I mean, similar vibe. Very much so.
Put plus 44 in there?
I mean, plus 44. The one that Mark Hoppus is in with Alex Gaskar, Simple Pleasures, Simple Creatures.
We've interviewed them, haven't we?
No, we interviewed Alex Gaskar.
Simple Creatures.
Simple Creatures, maybe.
But
that was actually pretty good. So there's a few in the expanded Blink CU. Amy Shark technically is in the expanded Blink CU because I think she's got a song with Mark Hoppus.
Yeah.
So.
You know who's in the Linkin Park CU?
Who's that?
Between You and Me.
Yeah, right.
I think.
Was Chester also in Between You and Me?
No.
Not for long.
I went to look up Mike Shinoda, and because I was thinking Blink, I was looking up a bloke called Mark Shinoda. Far out. Already Over? A bunch of people performed on Already Over.
Yeah, right.
I think. Yeah, Between You and Me.
There you go.
Stan Atlantic, Between You and Me, and Polaris.
We could be drawing up a little mind map here.
It's like the Charlie Day.
Yeah. We are as crazy. So yeah, if you want to explore the Blink 182 and the Blink 182 CU,
Angels and Airwaves,
Boxcar Racer, and we'll throw in plus 44 for
you got gigs. When Your Heart Stops Beating.
Oh, banger!
It's a great song.
Yeah.
You know how confused I was?
Yeah.
When I saw Plus 44's music video for that, and I was like,
Where's Thomas?
I was like, I don't think this is Plus 44. I think this is Blink-182.
Who's the other person in Plus 44 that's not Mark? Oh, that's actually...
Travis.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. And?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Shane Gallagher of The Nervous Return and Craig Fairbowl of Mercy Killers.
Didn't they do well?
Took off, Sam. Took off. In the sense of ran away. Yeah. But anyway, Sam, have you got another...
Yes, I do.
Music evolution?
So in the same vein.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a sad boy. I really like sad music.
No, never.
No, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I traced back my ancestry, ancestry.com.
Yeah.
And I went back and realised that my mum is very into, as we said before, Barbara Streisand, Tracy Chapman.
Papa,
the one
can
that...
you hear me? Sorry.
Anyway, I don't know the rest of the words. We just say Yentl every time. Yentl. But Joni Mitchell was a big one for my mother.
Yep.
River.
Oh.
One of the saddest songs of all time.
Mm.
But geez.
But it's a deeper cut than, like, you say, your Big Yellow Taxi.
Yeah, I didn't actually. I liked the Counting Crows version.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Gen whatever. But River.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the world, most people in existence know River.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly have heard it. Some people think it's too sad. Some people really like it. You think it's too sad.
Mm-hmm.
You said in Love Actually, you're going to bawl your bloody eyes out.
Yeah, that's the movie, though, not the song.
Yeah, well, it's still the song. It's got some deep cuts. But anyway, so I started Joni Mitchell. I was like, okay, River. Yeah. From there, my mum and dad also like Sarah McLachlan.
Oh, yeah.
Same vein.
So, yeah, similar.
From there, you go, okay, take it to the modern day.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzie McAlpine.
LCM. LMC, I probably should have said.
LMC. Or probably LMA.
LMCA.
Because the A is capitalized. Anyway.
So Lizzie McAlpine.
Lizzie McMountain.
Yeah.
That was an Alpine joke. That was probably Lizzie McSkiing. Alpine skiing.
Fuck. Lizzie McDownhill. Lizzie McCross Country.
All right, we've lost the plot here.
We've really this might be like a cut on the video.
I'll probably cut that out of the video. I'm going to bring this back online.
Please.
So you've got Joni Mitchell, you go down to Sarah McLachlan, you go to Lizzie McAlpine, and then from Lizzie McAlpine, it's like a big tree. It just branches. So Sarah's is one that I'm loving at the moment. Mm-hmm. Really great.
As in CERES?
CEAR, like arrows, but with an SE at the front. Ceros? Sarah?
Oh, like sea arrows. Like
sea arrows.
Okay. Yep. That's actually a really hard name to pronounce.
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Saros. I don't know how to pronounce it. S-E-A. It's like pear with an S and then rose at the end. But it's only one R.
S.
I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
Saros, I just call it.
Pear with an S was probably the worst way you could describe that because pear is spelled P-A-I-R.
P-A-I-R.
Yeah, like a pair of shoes.
Like two.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
But from there you go like Saros, Delaney Bailey. There's a lot. Charlie Adams. There's a lot that you can go down in that avenue. That's a bit niche.
Yep.
But if you start from like a Joni Mitchell or your mum and dad listen to Joni Mitchell, the world's your oyster.
You're in.
So if I was to backtrack.
Yeah.
So I've gone backtrack instead of going the deep cuts.
Yep. I like that.
I never do anything properly. I don't read instructions.
That's fine. It still works. I think I've got one that's probably the exact opposite to sad boy vibes.
Who knew?
Classic me.
Chalk and cheese.
If you like a flight facility, Sam, you like a flight facility?
I like their Claire de Lune.
Who doesn't?
I mean,
all-time great hits.
Telstra had to fucking come in and shout out our sponsors, Telstra.
But flight facilities, make good, solid, what we would call balcony dance music. Oh, sorry, not balcony dance music. What have we called that before? Deck music? We've called that. We've had a name for it. Music that you listen to in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's like sunset bush doofs.
Yeah, you've had maybe a few vodka lime and sodas at the Fox Hotel, and you just kind of
you're wearing your best button-up t-shirt.
Oh,
and your top knot's hanging loose.
Yeah, the RMs have got a bit of spilt liquid on them.
Your dad's RMs.
Dad's RMs, obviously, yeah.
I should also preface that Telstra does not sponsor this show.
No, they don't. But flight facilities, they started around the 2010, 2011 mark. I want to go backwards from there. They sort of took over in my mind from a band called Miami Horror, who a lot of listeners will probably know of. Songs like Sometimes, Holiday, All There Ever Was, bangers. But
Is that actually their song?
Not that one. That's Madonna.
Yeah, I thought so.
But
Just testing you.
yeah.
Chalk and cheese, like I said.
So Miami Horror, another great Australian sort of. I'd put them in a similar vein of that like late afternoon vibe, but a bit more dancey than Flight Facilities, I'd say.
Yep.
So like later in the evening, perhaps.
Probably like a 6 or 7.
Sun's just dipped. Like,
It's just dipped.
yeah, like there's still probably a little bit of like lingering light in the sky, but the sun itself is over the horizon.
I'd even push it back, 6:30 till 8.
Yeah.
Whereas Flight Facilities is very much a 4:30 till 6.
Yeah, exactly. And then if we're going to go one step further, we're taking it. The sun is right down now.
Yep.
Maybe there's some light, neon light getting around. You know, some maybe some fairy lights have come in, something like that. Muscles, another Australian act, most famous for Ice Cream, which was the song. But Guns Babes Lemonade was that album, and full of just absolute dance floor classics.
And they were before.
And they were around. I'd say Ice Cream by Muscles was around 2007.
So over the years, we've pulled back.
Yeah, we've gone back in time, but
Yeah.
we've gone back in years, Sam, but forward in the afternoon. See what we've done there?
Back in time, but back in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that's true. So
Night is actually after afternoon.
day becomes night, Sam.
Yeah.
And 2012 becomes 2007. If you're in that same mood, you could also explore like a Panau, a Presets, a whole heap of other bands. LDRU, lots of other that sort of Australian dance music, ADM vibe that was kind of big at the time.
And then if you want to go like midnight to 1 a.m,
yep,
that's where you get like your shock ones.
Oh, a pendulum.
Your pendulums. That's when you're chewing your lips to high heaven.
Yeah. Maybe even some. I'd say the connecting tissue between those two things. Maybe a Peking duck.
They're like they could probably do the 9 till 11:30 set, and then you give it half an hour.
Yeah.
Just to let the DJ swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've planned your night. If you're not Australian and you don't know any of those bands,
well, that's
100% you should check that out.
Well, that's why we say this is a music discovery podcast.
We have said that.
No, we haven't. It's just a hashtag we use on our socials, which you should follow, by the way.
I wanted to throw a challenge at you though, Sam.
No worries. Just interrupt my plug.
I know. I wanted to throw a challenge at you before the plug.
No worries.
Because I thought you were moving through the plug.
No, I wasn't. I was just being impromptu, plugging it subtly, and now it's really awkward.
Plug me up, Sam.
I don't feel safe in this podcast anymore.
If I started with Violent Soho, Sam.
Yes.
Where would you go from there? Free range, however you want to do it.
Bands that can't sing.
Yep.
Idols.
Okay. All right. Idols. Fontaines DC, perhaps?
Oh, I think they can sing.
Really?
No, I haven't really listened to them.
I mean,
I was just backing them up.
They obviously have a lot of fans. Not for me.
I did listen to... They're very Irish.
Very. But in that, like...
Top of the morning, tell you.
Joy Division, if somehow they were more depressing.
Yeah, then I saw them really high on the Splendor lineup. I was like, that's a way to kill an afternoon.
That's not Flight Facilities in the on the Sunset slot.
Well, no one's playing Splendor this year, so...
R.I.P.
Ave Maria. Anyway, Violent Soho, what would I say? Brisbane bands, probably.
Oh, yeah, okay, Brizzy. Yeah.
4122 crew.
Yep.
Why do you ask?
Well, I want to throw an evolution chain at you. I want to see how you go with that.
Oh, this is the evolution chain.
Starting with...
You said you had a game for me.
That was the challenge. That is a challenge. Create like a little...
Sorry, because we talked off air that you also had a game, so...
Oh, I mean, I can do that too, but...
No, that's okay.
Yeah,
I mean...
That's fine, yeah.
You know... Sorry for being confused. Okay, so Violent Soho, are we going forward or backwards?
Mate, you tell me.
I think we should go forward.
Sure.
Because I can't go much further back than Violent Soho.
But it doesn't have... It can be lateral.
Well, I think if you go lateral from Violent Soho, you'd go June Rats.
Yep.
You'd go DZ Death Rays. If you went forwards, you'd go... Depends how forward you want to go. You'd throw in maybe... Oh, I'd put Skeggs in that realm.
Yep.
Who would you put in? Most of the Splendor lineups of the last 5 years, probably.
I feel like...
Hockey Dad.
Like a Silver Sun Pickups.
Oh, yeah.
Not Australian.
No.
But...
There's some crossover there.
Yeah, I'd say a similar vibe. I'd go so far as to put... And this might be working back. We might be doing this the opposite way around. I feel like if you're starting in a Nirvana, you could pretty easily get to a Violent Soho.
I think you could.
Maybe through a Silver Sun Pickups.
And a Silverchair, probably.
Yeah, probably throw a Silverchair. Yeah.
I'd probably
Early
say.
Silverchair.
Early Silverchair.
Well,
You go
straight
from a
lines.
Nirvana to an early Silverchair.
Yeah.
Maybe into a Silver Sun pickups.
Yeah. Maybe to an early Regurgitator or something like that.
Yeah, the Gurge.
The Gurge.
Into a Violent Soho.
Yeah.
Into a DZ.
Yep.
Probably into a Hockey Dad.
Well, yeah, from a DZ, it starts to get poppy again from there.
Yeah, you go like a Hockey DZ into Hockey Dad into Skeggs, probably.
Yeah.
And then from Skeggs, you go as far.
Yeah. The scene, basically what we're saying is the scene blowing up in Brisbane between like 2009 and 2015.
It's all the same.
Fucking mint bickies.
Mint bickies, but every band sounded the same.
Voho, Death Rays, Junies, Ballpark,
Yep.
Jungle Giants.
Yep.
Yeah. There's some good ones we left off the list, but yeah.
Yeah.
Velociraptor.
Velociraptor. Dinosaur. No, that's Last Dinosaurs?
Yeah. Last Dinos, yeah. They're in that gang.
Never saw them.
I saw them at a Big Sound, maybe?
Amity Affliction.
Amity Affliction. Sam, so that social plug you were talking about.
Drowning in the Undertow. I'm so fucked up drowning in the Undertow.
I always liked the crossover Illy.
Youngblood.
Youngblood.
Yeah. That's when you knew.
Because remember how like this is a real relic of the time when the white Australian rap kids and the white Australian metal kids had the same like sweepy do.
Yeah.
And like they'd always wear the same baseball cap. So you'd be like, are you gonna rob me for my like Nikes on the train because you're a Australian rap fan, or are you gonna try and stab me with like a syringe of your own blood because you're an Australian metal fan?
It was a strange time, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a real crossover there.
It was all just... Well, because at the same time, Justin Bieber was blowing up, so
yeah,
everyone across the board had sweeping comb-overs.
Well, as they used to say, when you saw a sweepy fringe, if you see a hat, there's illy in that. If you see a singlet, Amity is... Fuck, I'm really struggling with this one.
Well, it depended on the colour of the singlet. If it was a black singlet...
That's true.
They're into metal.
Yeah.
If they were of a colour...
Yeah. If the singlet is black, Amity at the back of the shirt. If the singlet is string, it's an illy thing. Yeah. As we used to say, that's an easy one to remember. That's a quick mnemonic for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just even go as far to say, if it's a singlet that's not Hurley,
yeah,
for it is illy, Shirley.
Those straws were being really clutched out there.
In terms of creativity, I think I won that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway,
before we throw to our interview with we're going to say Bring Me the Horizon, between you and me.
I don't really know. I wouldn't wish that because I do like Between You and Me. You want me to plug the socials now?
Yeah, I'd love a plug.
I was trying to plug them before.
Yeah.
Well, if you like this this sounds weird, but basically if you find this at all interesting, just follow it on Spotify if you like it. And if you want to see us more on socials, or if you don't listen to it on YouTube, that doesn't make sense. We're really bad at promoting ourselves, aren't we?
Yeah, we're not good at this.
We're not. We're so humble. Just I was pointing my...
Senpai, look at me.
Just follow at 78 Amped everywhere if you are interested.
Yeah.
TikTok's the place to be at the moment. We've got a nice little community there.
Yep, we do.
And look, the numbers on the podcast are
growing.
But for now, let's go to Between You and Me, because we're with Jakey Boy, the lead singer. They've just dropped a brand new EP called Shit Yeah. It's like nostalgic pop punk. It's like that feel good. It's not the I hate my town, I hate growing up, my parents don't understand me. Yeah. It's that like...
It's not modern baseball.
No, not neck deep either.
Yeah.
But it's that time just before it, like Blink-182, Less Than Jake, Bowling for Soup era, where...
Could it fit on the Digimon movie?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
It was probably a little bit more upbeat than the Digimon movie was. Maybe in the early parts. Maybe part 1 or 2 of the movie.
Yeah, before the existential crisis of the rabbit with machine gun arms.
Yeah. Yeah. But, no, it's a really fun EP. Jakey Boy joins us all the way from America in the bog.
Wow.
And there are a few technical difficulties. that comes with the territory being on the other side of the world.
In the shitter.
But stick with it in the shitter between you and me. Throw over to me.
Rightio, joining us all the way from a Newark bathroom is the Aussie pop
Proof's in
punk.
the pudding.
It's taken a little bit of.
For all you guys know.
Yeah, I mean, it is just shoulder up, so we'll leave the rest to the imagination. But
this is so bootleg.
It is, but that's okay.
First.
It's about being adaptive and being able to be versatile and think on your feet. So with that, we are joined by JT from Between You and Me. Mate, how's it going?
What's going on, mate? Thanks for having me. I'm just currently enjoying my well-needed off day after 6 in a row. So I'm just chilling today. Probably going to use up the rest of this.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. And like I said on the top, I mean,
Thanks,
you're
mate.
joining us from Newark in the States. You're playing a huge run of shows at the moment. I mean, talk to me about that because it's looked absolutely mental so far.
It is very mental, you know, like especially because I've never done a long amount of like headline shows where we sing for like an hour, you know. So that's just been like a challenge in itself. And then, you know, just the whole process that goes into, you know, setting up the show, packing down the show.
But I wanted to ask you about that because you're playing pretty much a whole month's worth of shows with almost a show every single night. So I mean, I've never been in a touring band. The logistical part of it, I've got no idea. But to me, it sounds like a nightmare at times. So how do you guys go about finding moments to enjoy it while without getting lost in the franticness?
That's a good question. Because it is hard when it's like a moving circus, you know. You get in early, you set up, play, maybe grab a bite to eat, maybe pack down, and then you do the whole same thing the next day. Like, because we don't really have, you know, there's bands that have like crew to like set up stuff and whatever, but we're very hands-on. So like that us like saving money and packing down the set means like 3 a.m. bed calls for us every day. So it's definitely like the schedule's interesting, can be grueling, but I don't know. I love it. I love the day to day. I love what might seem boring is like kind of fun to me. So
yeah, wow, 3 a.m. That's rough. Are you getting any sleep?
No, that's the one thing I need as a singer is sleep, and I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Today I should just be like.
You should be zonked today. Well, yeah. I mean, what time is it over there now? 5:30ish.
Yeah, close to 5:30. Maybe I'll have some breakfast. Haven't eaten today yet. That's another thing that's weird on tour. Like, there's no sense of time. Like, I could have breakfast at 8 a.m. or I could have it at 4 p.m. or I might not even have it.
Yeah, wow. And it doesn't matter. It's just the ball just keeps rolling.
Keep going. Red Bulls, coffee.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. Well, we should talk new music because by the time this episode drops, we'll be officially out. And if you're listening to this, go jump on it. It's a great EP. But I mean, before we jump into that in itself, I want to talk new music for you. And so if you could go into your Spotify, your Apple Music, whatever you use to listen to music, what is currently spinning on your playlist, your tour playlist as of late?
All right. So we're touring with a band called Home Safe, who I've been listening to since before I was in our band, and I've just been I've got 5 songs on repeat from them. But I made a little playlist. The song that I've got on repeat is "Hold On" by Home Safe. So if you're listening, chuck it on repeat. Bump the boys.
Love it. And I mean, for those who have no idea who Home Safe are, if you know Knuckle Puck, you'll certainly like Home Safe. It's Ryan from the bassist from Knuckle Puck.
3-piece rock and roll band. Yeah,
that's it. Love it. Well,
the only band that uses amps.
You guys all running plugins, are you? I don't want to expose
we all
you
run
guys.
Kempers,
yeah,
and all that stuff. It's all that new age shit.
That's right. You You just make sure your mic's plugged in and let the boys worry about that, wouldn't you?
Exactly. That's it, mate.
Well, let's talk shit yeah then, because it's a brand new EP. It's a really fun sound. It's quite nostalgic in the way it sort of presents itself. It makes me think of like the good old feel good 2000 early 2000s pop punk. I mean, what was the approach to this one? It just sounds like you had heaps of fun with it.
Honestly, zero approach. If I'm going to be real with you, we're kind of just like we've been pretty busy, and we're like we should put out some music. So we kind of like got a house together like near the beach and just jammed some ideas. We had like so many musical ideas, but um, I think we kind of just picked a few. We're like, these sound good, and we're just like kind of experimenting. We'd never really done. We're pretty unprepared, or I was pretty unprepared going into this. So like, we kind of just like looking through the songs and going, oh, this sounds cool. This sounds cool. Let's do this. This sounds cool.
Yeah.
So, and I think, and for me, like, not all. That's our first independent release, I guess, since prior to signing with our old label. So I know we didn't want to do a full record, but like, let's just put out an EP, just put out some music, and like, and then we'll continue writing music down the track. Um, yeah, it's a good collection of songs. It's interesting, like it goes from one side to the other. There's like the one called "Sad Songs" is like I don't know, really strange for us, but I kind of like it. And then you got like other songs that kind of throw back to our old sound. So I think there's a good mix in there for old and new listeners.
Mm. And I mean, I guess from a songwriting perspective, was it a nice change for you guys just to go, that sounds cool, let's put that in rather than having the pressures of writing a full length in a studio and that sort of, you know,
Um,
all the pressures to come with that?
yeah, I still found pressure. I still found pressure because sometimes you just
Yeah.
go through a bit of a drought, and there's just like there wasn't much of my own shit that I had going on to write about, so I had to kind of draw from other places, and that was definitely interesting for us. I didn't finish the vocals for like 8 months after we started. We recorded it in like February or March, or we started the EP, and then I didn't finish vocals for all of them until like November.
Far out. Yeah, right.
Sometimes
uh,
you just keep throwing stuff at a wall and nothing works.
I mean, how do you approach writer's block then? I mean, obviously that's a huge gap
Hmm.
between sessions. What do you do to try and, you know, break that sort
Yeah,
of
it's
huntedness?
hard. It's hard, like because especially trying to top our second record, like you don't want to be, you always want to be doing better and whatever. So I feel like there was a lot of pressure I was putting on myself, whereas like there was no like external pressure. I was just in my head. I was like, damn, I should have, I should have came in more prepared, perhaps. Um, but I think it's cool, like just the fact that we chose this group of songs at this point in time in our life, in our career, or whatever. And it's good to look back on and go, that's what we were vibing in 2023, whatever it was. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And like the next release could be completely different. I think that's the cool thing about writing songs, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there is a cheeky crossover with Knuckle Puck in there as well. I mean, we're talking home safe, so it's only fitting that Knuckle Puck
There
come
was.
up as well. But there's quite a
That's true.
blossoming bromance going on here. It seems there's photos of you guys together everywhere. You've got home safe on tour. Is there something you guys aren't
Yeah.
telling us?
No, I mean, like, you know, you get to meet a lot of bands, touring and stuff. And we've looked up to Knuckle Puck for a long time, and I feel like from a from our perspective, I'm like, man, they've been doing this for years. Like, they could very easily just be, play the show, go to a hotel, not talk. But we got along with them like instantly when we started the tour with them in fuck, I can't remember, it was like April or something last year. Um, and we were just good friends from the get go. So it's good to have a bit of crossover in music and on this tour as well.
And I mean, going into the next month or so, you guys are coming back to home soil, which will be, I can imagine, a bit of sweet relief.
Yeah, I've been gone for a while. It'll be the longest I think we've ever been on tour in a row. It's like 2 months or something.
Yeah, wow.
Um, Away from Australia, so it'd be nice to get home and just kind of get back into the swing of normal life, but also very quickly there is the Australian shows coming up, so
I
not too
mean,
much time to rest.
yeah, not a heap, but that's okay. That's what you want. Packed schedule.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
bringing the legends and very close friends of ours, Towns, on tour with you. Um,
yes,
Great. Have you seen them live?
I have. I have. It's an exciting show, and I think will fit perfectly,
Oh,
as a
it's gonna,
package.
yeah, it's gonna pop off. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
it must be a relief for you to, I mean, especially days like today when you're stuck in Newark of all places to think that in a
Mm,
month's time you'll be playing a home show and you'll be able to sleep in your own bed after the show. Like that must be
exactly. I know.
unreal.
I know. It's too nice of a thought to think of right now. So I got to stay focused on the task at hand, and then I'll end up in my own bed soon enough. But
Uh,
you know, I don't mind rest sleep as long as I get to do this fun job. Sleep on
yeah.
the floor. My back will be feeling it though.
Makes for a good story down the line. Maybe when
It does. It does.
you're in your
When I'm
lazy
getting
boy.
surgery on my spine.
Yeah. But on a serious note, you guys are playing every major city. There's some really hefty size stages you're hitting as well. I think you guys said
Mm,
these are some of the stages you've grown up watching your favorite bands on. So, I mean,
yeah,
for you guys to be
it's
playing that, it
crazy.
must be, yeah, sort of surreal.
It is. It is. It's scary. Like as much as I love headlining and supporting, like I feel like it's definitely less stressful when you're not headlining. There's a lot of stuff to worry about and kind of dwell on. Um, but I don't know, like I'm sure the shows are going to be insane every time we play home. It's mental. So I think it's be great. Like old songs, new songs. Big stages. And what do you want? Sleep.
I
I
mean,
want sleep.
I was going to say sleep's probably the one thing you want,
Yeah,
but you know, you're not going to be, you'll be at your own home. It's okay. You'll be fine.
I will. I will.
Well, for
One
everyone
day.
listening, one day. Well, for everyone at home listening, Shit Yeah by Between You and Me is officially out everywhere today. So go stream the shit out of that one. And while you're at it, grab a ticket to their Australian headline tour in May, kicking off in Melbourne. JT, it's been a pleasure to have you on. We've had some tech issues. You're joining me from the bathroom, but either way, it's been great.
Thanks, mate. If you're listening, I'm showing the toilet right now. You're not missing out on much, eh? Thanks for having me on, though. Sorry about all the tech difficulties, everyone. Check out Shit Yeah. Hope y'all like it. Come see us at a show. We're heaps of fun and we're really nice people.